including the Southeast, South-South, and Southwest regions. The move represents a significant shift from the previous focus of the program, which was largely directed at terrorists, insurgents, and bandits operating in the Northeast, Northwest, and North Central regions. The announcement has generated widespread attention because it comes at a time when security challenges in the Southeast remain a major concern. Over recent years, the region has witnessed attacks on security personnel, government facilities, and civilians, with authorities carrying out several military operations aimed at dismantling armed networks responsible for violence. Now, the military is extending an opportunity to individuals involved in these activities surrender their weapons, abandon violence, and submit themselves to the established legal process. But the decision has also raised important questions about what this means for the fight against insecurity and whether the new approach can bring lasting stability to affected communities. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Michael Onoja, disclosed the developments in Abuja while responding to questions about the recent surrender of some militants to troops under Operation Udoka in the Southeast. When asked whether the surrender option had now been expanded beyond the northern regions where it was previously concentrated, Major General Onoja confirmed that armed groups in other parts of Nigeria are also welcome to surrender. According to the defense spokesman, the armed forces of Nigeria will receive those who choose to abandon violence in accordance with international law, the Geneva Conventions, military rules of engagement, and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He explained that individuals who surrender will not simply be released without process. Instead, they will be transferred to the relevant legal authorities for necessary action. This means surrender does not automatically remove accountability, but it provides a pathway for armed individuals who want to leave criminal activities behind. The announcement comes shortly after military authorities revealed that some members of armed groups in the Southeast had voluntarily surrendered their weapons following intensified operations under Operation Udoka. Operation Udoka was launched as a joint military effort to confront criminal networks and restore security across the Southeast. The operation involves troops working with other security agencies to target armed groups accused of attacking communities, security formations, and government institutions. The Nigerian Army recently reported that the troops from the 82 Division and Joint Task Force Southeast recovered several weapons after one of the suspects who surrendered provided information that led soldiers to an armed location. Among the items recovered were an AK-47 rifle, 2 AK-47 magazines, 54 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition, and 4 locally fabricated firearms. In a separate intelligence-led operation, troops also recovered 2 general-purpose machine guns, 45 rounds of ammunition, and an improvised explosive device. The military described these developments as signs that sustained operations, intelligence gathering, and cooperation among security agencies are weakening criminal networks and encouraging some individuals involved in armed activities to reconsider their position. The expansion of the surrender policy shows that the military is combining force with an opportunity for armed individuals to leave violent activities. Rather than relying only on military action, authorities are creating another option aimed at reducing the number of active fighters and recovering illegal weapons. This strategy has previously been used in other parts of Nigeria, particularly in the fight against Boko Haram and Islamic State West African province fighters in the Northeast, as well as bandit groups operating in parts of the Northwest and North Central regions. However, the Defense Headquarters has made it clear that the surrender program does not replace military operations. Major General Onoja stated that there is no deadline for surrender and that armed individuals can choose to come forward at any time. But he also warned that military operations are being intensified. This means those who decide to continue carrying out attacks will remain targets of security forces. The development is likely to attract mixed reactions among Nigerians, especially residents of communities affected by years of violence. While some may welcome any opportunity, that could reduce insecurity and prevent further bloodshed. Others may question whether individuals accused of serious crimes should be given another opportunity instead of facing immediate punishment. The military has attempted to address these concerns by emphasizing that anyone who surrenders will still face legal procedures. The process will involve relevant authorities determining the appropriate action based on the circumstances surrounding each individual case. Another major factor that will determine the success of the program is trust. For armed individuals to surrender, they must believe that the process is genuine and that they will be treated according to the law. At the same time, affected communities must have confidence that justice will not be ignored. Security experts have repeatedly argued that Nigeria's insecurity cannot be solved through military operations alone. They believe a combination of security measures, intelligence sharing, community cooperation, effective law enforcement, and accountability is necessary to achieve long-term peace. The expansion of the surrender window to Southeast gunmen signals a new direction in Nigerian security response. The Defense Headquarters is offering an opportunity for armed groups to abandon violence while maintaining a strong warning that military pressure will continue against those who refuse. As Operation Udoka progresses and the surrender policy becomes nationwide, attention will now focus on whether more armed individuals will take advantage of the opportunity and whether the move will contribute to reducing insecurity across the country. For communities that have experienced years of fear and instability, the hope is that this new approach will bring measurable results. But the military, the message remains clear. Surrender is available for those willing to abandon violence, while operations against those who continue armed activities will continue. For more news reports, stay with us on First Next News. I'm Chidera Eso. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next report.